Hello, lovelies. You are welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Bola, and I'm the host on this channel, the Immigrant Nurse. If you are seeing this video for the first time, please do well to hit the red subscribe button below. And if you are a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back again. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, why have you not subscribed? Please hit the red subscribe button and click the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I upload new videos. Okay, so today, guys, I'll be discussing everything you need to know about bringing family into the UK or about traveling with family into the UK. I did a similar video sometimes ago. You can check previous videos for details of that, but today is going to be more precise and more specific because I'll be talking about everything you need to know, from documentation to the paperwork and getting your visa and all of those things. So if that is something you're interested in watching, please stay tuned. So the first thing I want to talk about would be concerning those who are coming in with their husband. As a nurse, you already have an idea of what you need for your migration process. If you've not seen a video about that, please check one of my old videos. I'll also add a card somewhere around so that you can watch that video after you've seen this one, or you can check the description box for the link to that video. Yeah, that's that about that. As a nurse, you know what is expected of you if you are coming into the country, UK to be precise. Now, let's talk about what is expected of your husband if he's coming into the country with you. I'll just take you through some basic steps. It's not so cumbersome for the dependent as much as it is for the principal applicant. So for the dependents, it's just few documentations that is required and you are good to go. So the very first expectation or requirement for you is to have an international passport, whichever country you are watching from, as long as you are not a British citizen and you don't have the documentation to prove that you are eligible to work in the UK, you need to have an international passport. So once you have gotten your own international passport, or better still, I'll say that you and your partner should work towards that both at the same time. Get your international passport together so that once he has gotten his international passport and you have yours, you know that one of the budget is already ticked and one of the requirements is ticked and that is out of the way. So once he has gotten his international passport, let him just chill and, do whatever he has to do, whether his work or his business or whatever it is. Let him keep doing that. While you, as the principal applicant, would have to, I'm saying he. What if the nurse is a guy and the spouse is a lady? He or she, whatever. So once you have done your CBT, you've done your IELTS, and you have passed, the next thing you are supposed to get is a police certificate now for the nurse. But I will advise that you don't, the spouse should not get a police certificate yet. And the reason is because it takes 3 months for the police certificate to be eligible. Once it's beyond 3 months, you as the spouse may need to renew it. For the nurse will not need to renew as long as it's not within a year, but for the spouse, they may need to renew if it has gone beyond 3 months. And the reason is because for your visa application, your police certificate has to be valid. It has to be within a 3 months validity for your visa application to come through. I hope that is clear. So I would say that your spouse should wait until you have gotten a job offer and you are sure that you want to go without trust. You've signed your job offer and you have everything checked. That is the point your spouse should apply for their police certificate clearance. And police certificate clearance can be gotten in Lagos, principally Alagbon police station in Ikoyi. That's the popular place where a lot of us got our police certificates from. So, and it takes less than 24 hours for your police certificate to be ready. So it's not something that you have to apply for and you'll have to wait for another 3 months. So since the process and the application is quite fast. I would advise that you wait until your principal applicant who is coming into the UK as a nurse has gotten their offer letter and they've signed it before you apply for your police certificate clearance. I hope that is clear. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that your spouse needs to get their tuberculosis test done. That's the third document they need. And this means that whatever you are doing, you have to do it alongside with your spouse. So if you have signed your offer letter and you have booked for a TB test date, make sure that you are booking the same thing for your partner. It's better you guys go together on the same day and get your TB test done on the same day so that your certificates will be available at the same time. And the challenge now is that TB certificates, TB test date slot. Does that make sense? The slots for a TB test or to get a date for TB test is not very, very easy in Nigeria at the moment. So the advantage of doing it with your spouse is so that you both can be on the same page and you'll be available to travel together at the same time. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I hope that is clear. So that's another requirement from your spouse. And another thing that is required is, of course, your marriage certificate. You as the principal applicant may not need to upload marriage certificate, but when your spouse is applying under dependent visa, it will be requested of them to upload the marriage certificate. So, of course, if you are coming in with your spouse, that means you guys have to be legally married. There should be documentation to show that you guys are married. Once that is done, then you need to put in for visa application, and your visa application can only be done after your after the principal applicant, which is your spouse in this case, has gotten their has gotten their COS, because you will need the number of the COS to apply for your own visa. So once your spouse, the principal applicant, has gotten COS, then you can now apply for your visa. So on the visa application form, you will see spaces where you are required to fill a lot of things. I don't know if you guys are interested in me filming a video on what you should how to fill a visa application form. Let me know in the comment section, then I'll gladly fill a video on that. I still have my printouts for my visa application, and I have my husband's printouts for his visa application, and I have my son's printout for his own visa application. So if you are interested in knowing the details, because some people just come on the group where I am on WhatsApp and they'll just come, they will send the screenshots. What do I feel here? Should I answer a yes or a no? The questions can be very tricky, so sometimes you may need guidance. So if you're interested in such video, let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to film something to give you, like, I won't be able to actually try to film visa application step-by-step process, but I couldn't do it because there are some delicate information that will be required, and I will have to enter my serious number. I've already gotten visa. So if I try to do something like that, it may be fraudulent, and it can backfire and give me issues, which is something I don't want. But I could just come here and, tell you step by step. When you see this question, this is what you should feel. When you see this question, this is what you should answer. You understand? So that will give you an idea. So when you're coming to watch that video, just come with a pen and a paper and jot down, or you watch that video while you are filling your visa application form, whichever works for you. So if that is something you are interested in, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be glad to do it. Okay? So back to what I was saying. So next thing is for your spouse to fill their visa. And once they get their visa application done, they will submit the international passports, of course, on the biometrics date. The biometrics date is just the date you will be walking into a TLS office. TLS office is that office that is in charge of visa processing in Nigeria. So you go there for something that looks like an interview. So they will ask you some basic things. not so much questions. They'll just ask you some personal details, your name, your date of birth, your passport number. They will tell you to talk to the camera and give you, the details is not so much. It's just going to last for, like, the whole interview is going to last for maximum of 20 to 30 minutes. Although sometimes the waiting time can be longer, but once you're able to, get yourself into the presence of the interview personnel, the interviewer in this case, the whole process does not last more than 20 minutes actually. So they take your picture, they take your signature, you would have submitted your documents after your visa application, because after your visa application, it will automatically redirect you to the TLS application, where you will submit your documents, which is your international passport, your police certificate, your TB test certificate, your marriage certificate, and the COS of your spouse. I think they will also require for the passport data page of your spouse as well. You will submit that. And if your spouse already has their BRP, they may ask you to also submit their BRP. Okay? And in this case, I believe that you guys are applying together from Nigeria, so you are going for the visa application interview together. So surely they cannot have BRP yet, which is biometric residence permit. They can't have it yet. So you just need to submit the passport data page of yourself, the passport data page of your spouse, the police certificate clearance, the marriage certificate, the TB test certificate. Those are basically the document you are going to submit. And I'm going to buttress more on the document when I do that video on if you guys are interested, when I do that video on visa application for spouses and dependents, and for yourself as well. Okay, yeah, so that's basically everything you need as a spouse. Really, the large the most tedious part of the work is dependent on the principal applicant. This dependents have, like, the spouse and the children, they have little to nothing to worry about actually. So it is the nurse who is going to bear the whole body with her chest, hopefully with the support of the spouse and the family. And yeah, you as a dependent, you are just flexing, nothing much to do, honestly, in the real sense of it. So yeah, that's basically it. If you're coming in with your children, the only difference is just that your children will have to get a consent letter from both parents, international passport, they need TB test certificate, they need consent letter. Your children do not need police clearance except if they are older than 16 years of age. So if your child is still lower, like is younger than 16 years of age, they do not need police clearance certificates, but rather you provide a consent letter. You can just go on Google and search for sample of consent letter. What the consent letter is going to contain basically is you put your name as the principal applicant, is the mother, to you put the name of your child, and the name of your husband is the father to that child, and you both are giving consent to bring the child into the abroad. So you will sign, your spouse will also sign. Like, you talk about, okay, you are giving custody in case you are not traveling with your family immediately. You say it in the consent letter that you are giving your husband or your wife, whichever is the case, the permission to bring the children into the country when they are ready to come into the country. You just put all the details of what is required, like, okay, you are giving consent to your spouse to take care of the children while you are away. You are giving consent to your spouse to take the children for whatever documentation is necessary or needed. There are a lot of sample for consent letter on the internet that you can check out. Okay, so just check them out and decide on which one best suits your situation and just use that. And that is everything you need for your children: their international passport, their TB certificate, their consent letter, and that is what you are going to upload on the visa application for TLS. Now you are going to upload that on the visa application or you are going to upload it on the TLS application after filling your visa form. And they are also going to upload your COS as well and your visa data page. Okay, you are going to upload that as well on the TLS application portal. And that's everything you need for your spouse and your dependents if you are coming into the UK, whether you are coming alone or you are coming together. If you are coming together, don't forget that I said that it is important for you guys to do the medicals together. The medicals in this case is the TB test procedure. Remember to do it together because it's just better you've done it. And the good news is that the TB test certificate expires in 6 months. The TB test certificate expires in 6 months. So if you get it done together, you know that give or take, what are you doing exactly in the UK that you will not be able to bring your family in after 6 months, like, or before the end of 6 months? What are you doing? Except if you did not come in through a legitimate way. If you came into the UK using the legitimate way, in 2 months you should be able to bring your family with you, if not immediately. Sure, you understand? So in that 6 months before the activity certificate expires, then you can, start the process and bring them in. And you guys know that you don't have anything to worry about, and it's just, I think it's more cost effective if you get the processing done as a family, because you guys know that is out of the way. You don't have to spend extra money for hotel and all those things, and accommodation, feeding, all of those things. I think it's just a little bit more cost effective if you get the processing done together as a family, and you know that what they are waiting for is just coming into the country. In fact, if you have your way and you know that it is sure for you that in 3 months your family will join you, I would advise that you do the visa procedure together as well. At least I have my friend that the family, that is if your passport is ready. Anyways, if your passport is ready, go for the visa appointment together. Make sure that they already have their visa at hand, so that whenever you are just ready like this, like what's after your OSCE, you write your exams and you bring them in, basically. But if you are with a trust that your OSCE is going to last for 3 months, it's not advisable that you do the visa application process together, because that means that their visa would have expired before you get an accommodation. Visa validity is for 3 months. It's for 90 days from the day it is approved. It is for 90 days. So if your OSCE is going to require that you do it within 3 months, or you'll be doing your OSCE on the 3rd month, it is not advisable that you do the visa application for them before they leave Nigeria. You can just, do the TB test certificate. You can get the TB test certificate ready. Then they can walk in to do their visa application as soon as you are sure that they will be coming in before the 3 months validity for visa expires. I hope this is clear. I hope this explains properly and you have an idea of what I'm trying to describe. So that will be all for this video, guys. I hope it really helps, and for more details, please check the description box for everything you need. I will put for the spouse differently from the children, so check the description box. Every details will be there as well. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling in this video. I feel like I'm not well coordinated, but I still hope that it helps you in one way or the other. I'm sorry if you feel like this is a bit different from the regular way I used to talk. It's because I'm under pressure. I want to just film this video quickly before my son wakes up, and before it becomes impossible to put this information out there. So please bear with me and manage with me. And if you're not yet subscribed, kilo day now, kilo day gangan. Subscription is free. You don't have to pay for subscription. Just click, that's a mouthful, just click the red button, and that's all. That is all you need to do. Nothing extra is required of you. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.